Hi, I'm Savannah. I'm 25. I'm from Austin, Texas, and this is Financial Audit.
So what do you do here for a living in Austin?
So I work as a digital image editor for a tech company.
Okay, very cool. And how much are we making in that?
So I'm making $3,600 a month, and that's after taxes.
That's your net, $3,600?
Yes.
Okay, because I have here. Said you work 70. Hold on.
So
That's not what happened here. You brought in 1,735.
So that was like an exception because I did take some time off. Took like an extended lunch to go to my roommate's white coat ceremony. So that was like.
So that lost half your pay?
Yeah, it's just, I wanted to be there to like support them, and I was like,
so
okay.
You're gone for 2 weeks. That's your extended lunch?
No, I was gone for like, I think it was like 2 hours instead of 30 minutes.
How do you lose half your pay from that? That doesn't make sense. You make $3,600 after taxes, you said.
$3,600 a month, $1,800 a paycheck normally.
Yeah, but this was after working almost 80 hours, 76 hours.
Oh, that's
What
weird.
are you talking about?
I'm talking about like 2 weeks, so that's like 80 hours a week. You
do not work 80 hours a week, do you?
Normally, I work 80 hours a week, just not at that point. That's why I had the 1,735, and then it's going to be 1,800.
No, this makes sense.
Yeah.
Sorry. That makes sense. So this is your 2 week paycheck. You don't work 80 hours a week. So this is your 2 week paycheck.
Yes.
So that's not that different.
Yeah.
1,735. So in this case, 3,470 is what you would have made this month, but usually it's closer to 3,600.
Yes.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's all good.
I had a little disconnect there. I probably looked like a dummy, but that's okay.
No, it's all good. And it's probably going to look something similar this month just because I did take time off to go to the doctors. So it'll probably look similar to that too.
Do you not have like paid?
No. So we don't have any paid time off. We have 3 days that we can call out, but we don't.
3 days is per
year. It's a 12-month contract.
This is a contract?
Yes.
When's the 12 months done?
Next month.
And then what? Then what are you doing for a living?
Then I'm currently applying to jobs, part-time.
So nothing's lined up?
No, I haven't gotten any callbacks. And then even people who are trying to come back to their contract, they're not getting any luck either.
Great. What were you doing before this 12 months?
So I was working, so I did, last year was kind of weird. So it was like, I was working at a gallery while doing part-time at school, and then I worked as an overnight stalker while I was transitioning.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, transitioning from the gallery to the new job that I have.
You have a degree?
Yes.
In?
So I have 2 degrees. I graduated with studio art, a BFA, and then a BS in radio, television, and film from UT.
Okay.
But that was back in 2020.
Okay.
So then last year, so the end of 2020, I guess 2022, I went back to school for a 6-month coding boot camp.
Oh, boot camps are good. I mean, I like certifications through course careers, and there's good boot camps around here. There's a lot of good things like that. Yeah. What would you do?
So I went for full stack web development, and I'm going towards doing full front-end web development.
Okay, so you found that's your passion? Or just that's the money? It's a very competitive market right now.
Yeah, that's the downside when I found out was like right when the end of my coding boot camp, it was kind of like, oh, well, the market's actually really...
You're in a decent town for it, but even still, it's like, you're going to be competing against a lot of other people. All right. So what is your financial situation? What are we looking at here today?
I would say it's pretty bad. So so whenever I went to college in the first time I went to school, my parents, they just gave me like a credit card and like, here, we don't want you to work while you're in school, so we're just gonna give you a credit card and then you'll be fine, we'll help pay it off. And so I was like, okay.
Wait, but the credit card was under your name or theirs?
Yes, it was under my name.
So they didn't give you a credit card, they convinced you to take out a credit card?
Yes, I guess. But like, so it was me and my sibling because we're twins.
On one?
On one, yeah. So I have one, and it was 300 starting off, and then it
wait, you were both on it. Someone was an authorized user?
No, they had their own credit card, so they for both of us.
So your parents convinced you both to open up credit cards?
Yes.
Okay.
So they were like, yeah, we want you to build credit. So here's a credit card. And they said, we'll pay it off. So we just want you to go to school. So then you'll be fine. And even...
Okay, no offense, but this is not one credit card that we're going through. You also have like a really stupid car debt. Did your parents make you get really stupid car debt?
Not... Well, okay, so for that, they pretty much had like no money. So they were just like, here, take out stuff.
What does your parents having money have to do with it? It's your life. You're an adult.
Well, it's like...
Do you blame your parents for everything?
Well, right now, they're kind of like, they didn't really teach me anything about like...
come on. No one
credit
gets taught
cards.
No one gets taught that in America. Well, I mean, if you're lucky, you are, but you learn it yourself.
Well, they didn't even teach you about
if you're just blaming people immediately, like, what the that's just like deflection ultimate right out of the gate.
Well, like, they didn't even tell us, like, I didn't even know about the whole, like, only have rent that's 30% of your income.
Yeah, me either.
I didn't find that out
the vast majority
maybe,
of people.
Last year.
Yeah. That's how that happens. But you're blaming them now.
Well, because even right now, their situation is really crap. And I'm like,
so who cares? That's not you.
Like, still, though, it's like...
Oh, my... All right. Okay. Well, we'll get into that. Now I know why Brandon gave us interrogation lighting today.
And they didn't even just do that to me.
Okay.
They also did it for, like, all my other siblings, too, so...
Okay. Calm down.
And then...
Okay. What?
Well, so I also have student loan debt. And...
I know. We're going to go through your debt.
Their advice was to just take out all the loans. Like, tuition, any money they can give me, I accepted. And I also did summer school.
You mean like student loan providers?
Yes. So the government student loans. And they told that to me, my brother, and then pretty much my other siblings too. Like, we don't have money for college, so just take out the loans and we'll help you pay for it after you're done with college. And now that those are back.
It's a bit weird. I would love to hear their side of it, though, if they would agree that that's exactly how that transpired.
I would say it's like not their exact words, but definitely like, hey, do the FAFSA, do this, and then
we will pay for it.
We will pay for. They took out the Parent Plus loans, and they were like,
well, what about the ones you took out? They said they would pay for it.
They said, don't worry about it now. Wait till you graduate, and then you can get a job. You'll be fine.
The state of financial literacy in this country. All right. Give yourself a score. 0 to 10. 0 being the worst, 10 being the best. Where do you think you are finances?
1. I'm going to say 1.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough. If you want your Hammer financial score, it's free in the description below. This is a pile. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a pile.
Yeah.
PayPal credit. PayPal credit, I've had, it's weird to call this fun, but I've had fun with PayPal credit because it's like a good way to 0% finance things and like finesse the system. And, you know, that's not how you're doing it.
No.
What did you do on this?
So I actually accidentally signed up for it. So I was buying a camera on eBay and it was like, finance it if you do like the PayPal credit. And I was like, okay, great. So I applied and then I didn't hear anything back from it. And then it was like, here's $300 that you can get. And I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. But then I couldn't have access to it. So then I applied again and then it got me the PayPal credit. So I actually have 2 PayPal accounts, the PayPal card and the PayPal credit.
And they said you could get $300 for it.
That one, the original balance of the credit, I think was like $1,500.